So today I thought I would do an update on my universal credit issues, and right now I'm just posting these for a laugh because I'm still not getting anywhere, in case you were wondering, and it's just kind of amusing. So if you check out my last video, and I'll try and put a link to it there as a recap, the last thing I heard from somebody before they closed for Christmas was that they were asking if I needed to redeclare my income, which from June, when this all started, to December, no one's ever mentioned to me. In fact, no one will discuss this issue with me at all about reclaiming the interest that I mistakenly claimed on my previous universal credit claims. So I still don't know. I never heard anything about that. So that was, I replied to he posted to me from this service centre on the 19th of December. I replied back on the 19th of December and said, well, no one's asked me to do that. What do I do about that? I've not heard back from him at all as of the 24th of January. In fact, nobody has addressed what he said. And I, asked how to do it. Here's my message. What I did have in December was 2 days after I sent that message was being asked to declare my income again. I need to report my income and expenses. Then I had another one, you need to report your expenses. Then I had another one, you need to report your expenses, all for the same month. Bearing in mind, I was signed off from Universal Credit in October because I am not eligible for it. But they still want me to complete the income and expenses. So I had 3 in a row for the same month. You've got to report your income and expenses, And then on the 27th, I had a message saying, thank you for reporting your income and expenses, which I haven't done. So I don't know where that's come from. And then on the 8th of January, I had a message saying, you need to go to your to-do list and complete your to-dos, or no payment will be made until you do it. I don't get payments. So I told them, I said, look, I don't get payments. My claim ended in September, October. I am no longer eligible. I am waiting for someone to help me with reclaiming the interest. Didn't hear anything from that on the 8th of January. 14th of January, I've posted another message. And now I am kind of begging somebody to help me. This was the 14th of January. The response on the 21st of January was, please complete your income and expenses. And on the 23rd, please report your income and expenses. And then I had a message on the 23rd saying I need to go to my to-do list and complete all the report income and expenses. It will tell you what information is needed and for what dates. Yes, I understand that. It is not eligible. It says once you have done this, your statement will be released. Does that mean that until I reported all the income and expenses which I'm not eligible to claim for, they won't look at my claim? If that's the case, then I wish someone had told me that. But I don't know how it's even connected, because I'm trying to claim for something that was ages ago. We're talking September 2023 to May 2024. Me reporting expenses now is irrelevant to what happened back then, and I'm not eligible to claim anyway. So I posted a message and said, is this going to reset my income and outgoings for September 2023 to May 2024? Blah, blah, blah. The response was, report your income and expenses. Report your income and expenses. So what I've done, I've gone back and I've done all the outstanding income and expenses. Even though I am not eligible for any money, they will not pay me any money. And then, having done all 4 of those, it then says, you may not be eligible for universal credit if you still have over £16,000 in savings. Now, I know I'm not eligible for universal credit, and my savings is Y. So I had to go into that, and I've had to re-report all my savings, where everything stands now compared to when I first reported it, when I first started on universal credit, because they've never asked me to update the savings. So I know I am still ineligible. So I've done it. So I took the last message where, is this going to reset my income and outgoings? And I've reposted it again, asking again, right, I've now done all that. I've updated everything. Is this going to get me the interest? And that is where things now sit. This is an absolute joke. The problem is, well, I think one of the problems is I no longer have a work coach. So there is nobody looking at my messages. So I think people just randomly dip in if there's an outstanding thing on somebody's account, look at it and send you a reminder. Nobody answers questions. Nobody answers. The only people who seem to even slightly seem to answer the questions are from a completely different office to the one that I used to go to. It's from a service centre further north. So they probably don't know anything about what goes on at my centre. And I've seen messages from them saying, da 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 da, please be patient, your office will reply to you. Well, they never have. I've never had anything from anybody at my office to do with my actual claim since last July. I get the occasional reminder from somebody based in that office, you haven't filled out your to-dos. And that's it. Nobody answers the flipping questions. And this is the problem with the journal. It works when it's working for them. As soon as you want something from them, they just don't answer it. Now, there must be some sort of system at their end that flags up that someone's posted a message and someone needs to answer it. And if they think that I'm just going to go away at this point, they've got another thing coming. I've been into the DWP website and I have looked up the process for making a formal complaint, and I am drafting a complaint. The problem is you have to go through a process. And the first bit of that process is that you have to put the complaint onto your journal. And given that nobody's reading journals, clearly, I think that's going to fall on deaf ears. But I'm going to follow the process. I'm going to post my complaint, post it to my journal as an actual complaint, see if anything happens. And if it doesn't, I shall escalate it to the manager of that office, and we'll see what happens after that. This system does not work. And I am computer literate and able to deal with things like this because I am used to working with difficult people in offices, and I know behind the scenes what's going on. You know that people are just ignoring you because they can't be bothered, because it doesn't matter to them, because they've done their bit. If their pay depended on them sorting out these issues for you, they wouldn't be able to fall over themselves fast enough. But they're not. No one is losing their job over this. And therefore nobody cares, because frankly nobody does care. The whole system just doesn't care. So that's my update, and it's now Friday afternoon, so who's going to answer anything on a Friday afternoon? I would imagine I won't hear for a bit, but I thought I would post that as an update. I haven't come across anybody yet who has successfully had to put in for a reclaim on income because they've made a mistake like I have and has got their money back. I don't mean that doesn't happen. I just mean that no one has responded within these videos to say, yeah, I did that once and this is how I did it and this is what happened. But I'm going to keep posting on this because until the point where I have had whatever money I am owed back, whatever that is, I don't know because no one will tell me. At that point, when that has been done, I can officially close my UC claim. And I think because I have kept the journal open, because I'm still trying to get this sorted, they just keep pumping out the reminders that you need to fill out your income and expenses, even though you're not eligible for any money anyway. It's just the system just can't think outside the box at all. The system can't do it. The people can't do it. It's just an absolute joke. And like most of what goes on in government offices and what is going on at the moment, nothing works. Nothing works anymore. So, I mean, it's a good job I don't really need this money. It's a good job that I am not unable to pay my gas and electricity bill, or I owe credit back like a credit card or something, and I was relying on getting that money back to pay it, because I'd be stuffed. I've been waiting since, I suppose, by the time that they might have gone into the system last July, and I'm still waiting. And if I'm still chasing this in July 2025, it will not surprise me. But I'm now going to start coming down a bit heavy and harassing them, because I've completed all the things that are outstanding that were completely irrelevant to the claim and to what I've been asking, and now we will see what happens. Me having filled out all this stuff this afternoon might kick something into action, but I wish somebody had said at the beginning that if I needed to complete those irrelevant reports for something that's been long gone, then they should have blooming told me. The inability to communicate is just absolutely unbelievable. And I wonder how many other people's journals they're just ignoring, because you can't get help. I mean, someone suggested I need to go down to the office and make an appointment, but they don't know anything. I mean, somebody said that most of the DWP people don't know how these processes work, and certainly when I went in to my last work coach meeting and took those details to start the process for reclaiming the interest, my work coach didn't have a clue how the system works. She didn't know what she was supposed to do with my paperwork. She's probably binned it. She probably threw it. I mean, I don't think it's the right way to do it anyway. I think I'm supposed to do it through the system, but I can't get access to that bit of the system because they won't reset the income and expenses claims for those months. So I can't get in there and redo it. How do you get through to someone who can so easily ignore what you're saying? I mean, it really is just like talking to a brick wall. But it is still providing me with YouTube fodder. And if you're in a similar situation, don't feel like they're picking you out, singling you out for being ignored. They like to do it to everybody. So that's my update. That's it. We are now up to date up to the 24th of January 2025. And I shall do another roundup of updates when I have something else to report. So thank you for watching this. This laughable exercise continues. We shall see what happens. Thank you for watching. Any questions, any experience you've got of this and how you got round it? What is the magic button that you need to push to get someone to actually read your messages and answer them? Gratefully received. Thank you very much, and I shall speak to you again soon.